How long have you been the chef at Rosie's?
I started when I was 15 and a half, so 28 years roughly.
Goodness.
Yeah. So
Move up through the ranks?
I started as a dishwasher, buster at the old Rosie's.
Yeah.
And then right when this new one, Rosie Italian Grill, opened in 2005, I became a sous chef. I just finished like culinary school and all that.
Wow.
So it was like
Wow.
good timing.
But you spent your life in the kitchen.
Spent my life in the kitchen, yeah.
All right, I am here with Eric Kish, the executive chef here at Rosie's. See, you can tell right there, official. We're in the kitchen, and what are we gonna make today?
We're gonna make chicken marsala, and we're also gonna make our pasta and clam dish.
Okay, are those two of the favorites?
I would say so, yeah.
Two of the favorites?
Yep.
Do you still think you have some of the Rosie, you know, the traditional Rosie flavor? What is it about it that makes it a Rosie's dish?
Consistency, and we do it the same every time.
Do it the same every time.
Yeah.
All right, let's hit it.
We opened up the first store in 1981, 82, somewhere in there. And right before that, we had our offices in that same building, my brother John and myself. And John said, come on in, I want to talk to you. And he said, what do you think about opening up a restaurant and sharing what we grew up with? And I said, I'd love to. Number one, I was in real estate at the time. I think the interest rates were like 12%. It's ridiculous. Now, a lot of people are going to buy houses with 12% interest rates. So I was all over that. And nobody had a restaurant experience. So I was elected to go. I got a job at one of the pizzerias for like 2 weeks.
Just to get an idea.
And then, because then we were going to get ready to, to open up. And so we opened up a deli. And we had great food. And Mom was, in there every day helping us and everything. And then right next door, you go through double doors and it would be an arcade. And that's right when Pac-Man came out and Centipede and all those fun games. So it was kind of a little combination of an entertainment there.
But it went well enough that you guys started the restaurant, and I mean, at one point there were five Rosie restaurants?
Yes,
Rosie
yeah.
restaurants?
When we were in this little deli, my dad was a lawyer, and he was working with open pantries, convenience stores, and there was one right down the road for sale. And Dad goes, "I'm going to buy that, and we're going to put a Rosie's in there. I think you guys are ready, because the first one was kind of our university of learning things, and we went down there, and that had parking, and that's when it took off. As soon as we went in there, we had a line-up out the door, and we had a window in the kitchen, so we could see out the door. And my brother Mike and myself, we were in the kitchen, and these people are all lined up, and they're looking at us like we're really hungry. So I go, Mike, we got to do something. So Mike and I got together. We had bread, and so we made up the sauce and stuff, and it ended up being Hot Mama bread.
I was just going to say,
which
that's
is
the origin of the Hot Mama bread.
Yeah, we cut it in diamond shape, and then we put toothpicks in it and brought it out on a plate so people could all have a piece. And they loved it so much, they went to as soon as they got to their table, so we want some of that Hot Mama bread.
Yeah.
And it wasn't on the menu.
Oops.
So we put it on the menu, and it's the number one thing to today, yeah.
All right, so we're gonna, first of all, we got our chicken for our chicken marsala.
Okay, and you got it sliced nice and thin.
So it's really thin. 6-ounce chicken breast sliced in half. And then it gets some mushrooms. Yep, some mushrooms. And then it comes over to the saute.
How hot does that saute pan have to be? Super hot?
I would say like medium.
Medium hot.
Yeah, medium hot.
All right, so you got it nice and medium hot for your butter.
Yep. We're gonna put the chicken in. It's best to put it away from you in case it splashes.
See, good chef tip. Good chef tip.
Yep. It'll tell us when it's ready.
Right?
Oh boy, I just remember, in fact, the whole neighborhood knew Bread Day. Mom would make bread, and she'd make these buns for us, and then we're out there playing football or basketball, and we knew when to come over. You could smell it. It was great. We'd come over, and she'd sit there and handing out bread to all the
all the
boys and all the neighborhood, and it was so much fun. She came over. When she was from Sicily, she was 5 years old, came to New York, holding Grandma's hand, looking at the Statue of Liberty,
right?
Totally intimidated. Those two just came over by themselves.
Right, mother and daughter.
Yeah, mother and daughter, because Grandpa was already here. He came over to secure a job, and they said, "Time,
Once he had
time
the
to
job,
time
come
to
on
come on over." And so it was, you know, Sicilian food, Italian Sicilian food, obviously a little more southern with the water around. There was a little more as fish and things, but Mom she knew how to.
She knew how to do it.
She knew how to do it.
So here we are in the Midwest then. Eventually you get to the Midwest, your mom gets to the Midwest. Did you grow up eating that Italian food all the time? Did she try to Americanize thing, or she like, oh no, this is the way we're eating?
No, she always had her little flair of different things, but but we were sitting there eating, like chicken cutlets. She'd, pan fry the chicken cutlets. She'd pound them, pan fry them, and they were so good. I mean, and I remember I had 4 brothers to deal with, so I would try to get up early to beat my brothers to those chicken cutlets and the pizza that was left over.
Looks like it's about ready to flip.
And that sear is why we have a nice juicy little breast.
Yes. Hold the juices in, that's correct. So when we flip it, we're gonna throw our mushrooms in now. Let those saute a little bit.
It's really simple ingredients. I mean, that's really the key to something that is going to be your favorite dish and something that does bring back the tradition of Rosie.
Correct, yeah, so it's just good chicken breast, sliced in.
Good
seasoned
ingredients
flour.
that I can pronounce for the most part, unless they're super Italian or something.
Oh, yeah.
What's your most Italian ingredient?
We use prosciutto, which is, some people struggle with that word.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Are you Italian?
No.
No, but you are now by association.
Yes, I am by association,
Okay.
correct.
When you think of your mother, where is she in your mind?
She's overlooking everybody.
Oh, okay.
She was always hands-on. I mean, she was a quiet leader. Dad was a very strong, alpha Italian man. And Mom was very quiet, but she always knew what was going on because she was a good listener. So I think she's always overlooking, and I look up at Dad and Mom sometimes, and I go, "Yeah, you were right again." Because they would tell you things, but I was, young and naive and thought I knew everything. So
Don't we all?
Now I've learned.
All right, once the mushrooms get a little sauteed like they are, we're gonna put our Marsala wine in. Sherry. So this is our Marsala wine.
Marsala wine, everybody? Okay.
Pull it off the heat so it doesn't flame up right away.
And you're keeping that moisture going.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the chicken's nice and seared now. All the juices are inside. Once it reduces a little bit, we're gonna put in about 3 ounces of our homemade au jus.
The secret sauce.
And then 3 ounces of our chicken stock. I would say overall cook time on this dish is about 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
Come on.
To make it to order. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mom's recipes were all up in her head. She barely had things written down.
Yeah.
She was oldest of 3 sisters. She was the one working with Grandma.
Yeah.
And had help in the kitchen more than anybody. So she really learned. So I said, "Mom," your pinch of this and a pinch of that is going to be different from mine. So we got to get the weights down.
Standardize those
and
things.
And so John and Mike, my brother Mike, we all just worked on getting those recipes down. So.
Well, and that's amazing to think. So she passed when she was 98, you said?
Yes.
And she got her recipes from her mother. I mean, you immediately go back 150 years there. Like you
Right.
start to get back to like the most authentic food and ways of doing things that we would have lost if your mom didn't do that.
Yeah. She was full of knowledge. I mean, I would always go to her, about things, about cooking stuff, and I'd always talk to my Aunt Lucy about what's the proper thing to do here. She really knew the manners, things. If I was going to a wedding, what do I do? Just different stuff. So it was the Ferrara sisters. It was Ann too. Were just great people. They just were.
So once it's ready, we throw our butter in, let that reduce and melt, and we're gonna have our chicken marsala.
That's it.
That's it.
What do you guys serve it with?
Potatoes.
Potatoes.
Whipped potatoes, yep. Right over top. This is definitely a fan favorite too.
Oh, right. I mean, just the sound of it is
Yeah.
sold.
Yeah.
There were some great Italian families in town here, and I think Mom and Dad were patriarchs of
Right.
they really were ahead of their time, and I think, people always wanted to know. They would, we'd have date night. We'd come in here when Dad passed away. Said, Mom, pick out a day we're going to go out for dinner, and she, I was hoping she'd say Tuesday, Wednesday, or something.
Right.
She was Friday.
Uh-huh.
So Friday was the day that Mom and Dad went out. So we'd always have dinner, and people would come up and, how do you make the bread? How do you do this? How'd you raise 5 boys?
What did she say to all that?
Oh, she just answered them. She's it's what she, from her heart, she would say, hey, this is how you did. This is how I did it. About the food. They'd ask about spices sometimes, but she was like a rock star, and she had her little lineup of people coming to talk to her.
When people make it at home, what do they mess up?
Probably not enough liquid.
Not enough liquid.
Could be an issue. So that makes it drier. Of course.
And not letting it sear.
And not letting it sear, yeah. I'd say those.
Those are your 2 watch out.
Yep,
Okay.
yep.
I'm not mad at that.
And that's that.
That looks gorgeous. Just like Rosie used to make.
Yep, exactly.
You want to leave happy, full when you come to a Barone establishment, because that's the way we were brought up.
That's what Rosie would expect.
That's what Rosie would expect, and my dad too.